out there on the floor right now warming up. What's the latest with him?
He's warming up right now, and we just got to wait till he comes back and reports how he's feeling. Still listed as questionable.
Is it just how he feels? Is there anything more that you have to look at and you guys would have to factor in?
No, it's how he feels when he moves around. How you feel in a hotel room is different than once you get out there and start moving a little bit. So, he's going to see if it loosens up a little bit, and if he's close to 100%, he'll be cleared to go. And if not, he'll have another game out.
If he does not go again, Kuz remains the starter.
Yep, Kuz will start. Does come in backup 4 or spread 5, as he likes to call himself. Does is a whatever you need from me kind of guy. But yeah, we would start Kuz.
So no LeBron, no Danny Green. With the sore hip for Danny, is that something that's been lingering, or what's the latest with him?
Yeah, it's come and gone for him throughout the year. He's played with it. But we have a situation where we have a super quick turnaround. The last night's game ended 20 hours before this game's beginning, and in situations like that, you just have to be more intelligent with our players' bodies, and make good decisions.
Care to share starters for the two of them yet?
For
LeBron and Danny.
Rondo will start at point guard, and if AD doesn't play, then Kuz will start.
It's been since
KCP will start for Danny.
For Danny.
Yeah, a lot of guys out.
A lot of guys. It's been since the 60s that you guys have had a 4-game losing streak followed by a 7-game winning streak. Numbers vastly different for good measure. What's been the difference that you've noticed?
I just think we hit a tough stretch of our schedule with the 4-game losing streak. I think we're a team that feels confident we're going to win most nights. Both with how together we play, combined with the talent that we have, and how the pieces fit. So the 7-game win streak, I think, is more indicative of the 4-game losing streak. I just think during that stretch we hit a tough stretch of some guys in and out of the lineup, combined with some really good opponents. And I guess that's it.
So, guys, be sure to stay tuned, because in a matter of moments, we will have that update, of course, on Anthony Davis. Bottom line, no matter who is in or not in the lineup tonight in the rotation, Frank Vogel says his team has come in with a mindset that they expect to win. Until we hear that update on Anthony Davis, I will say this, guys, get ready, because later in the show, Jared Dudley has a motivational message for all of you.
Oh, I can't wait. By the way, Allie, 1961, Rob was the only one alive at that time.
I know, I was going to throw that out there, but I figured, why do that to him?
Why just feed it? Why just feed Rob? All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate that. Can't wait for the inspirational message from Duds. I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
Interview. I was so happy when he hit that shot last night because I knew we'd get him. Starting lineup, Rondo, Avery Bradley, KCP for Danny Green, Kuzma, we're assuming AD's out, and then, of course, JaVale McGee. So, obviously, Big Game James, when you have 3 guys out, 4 guys out, it changes your rotations. And as we talked about, it's that next man up mentality. If you could pick a guy that you want to really see step it up tonight, who is it? Aside from Kuz.
Bradley is the guy that Pope has been playing very well.
Yeah.
Pope's been on a good run. Bradley is the guy that can get you 12 to 15 points while he's defending. And I mean, he can get some of those off of steals, but I think he's the guy that I'm going to be looking for tonight. His leadership on the defensive end, especially if AD is going to be out. They're going to need a captain on the defensive end. So I look for him, to come off that little curl play that they run for him, hit some jumpers. Hopefully he can knock some threes down. So that's where I'm going.
I'm going with Rondo.
Yeah.
Just because he's going up against you-know-who. And the last time they had a little beef going on. So
punch him in the face, right?
The thing about Rondo is we forget. Rondo used to get triple-doubles all the time. So when he was in Boston, I'm sorry, James.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I think Rondo is the type of guy who can step up, lead this team, do some of the things that LeBron can do as far as getting people the ball in position to score. He can get to the hole. He has that little move, the first quick step. He can get to the rack. But he also is able to throw those lobs up for the bigs. So they got to put these teams, OKC, in a lot of pick and rolls and allow them bigs to get to the basket.
It's about Rondo's energy as well. He came out in that Knicks game, seemed with a little different energy, and you could see what he does for a team.
Yes.
He has to bring that same kind of action tonight for the Lakers. All right, plenty more ahead here on Access Sportsnet Lakers. Dwight Howard had 10 points in just 10 minutes last night in Dallas. He also sat down with Brez over there, part of our Connected With series. It's a new episode. We'll have a preview coming up. Debuts tonight, huh, Brez? Good time. Good time. And coming up on Access, with a tough 5-game road trip on the horizon, how will the Lakers manage the health of LeBron and AD? The Lakers insider Brez takes a look at the factors that play into that next. For Brez's three-point play, 3 things that you are looking forward to in this game. So LeBron is out for sure. AD, we think, is out. We don't know. He's a game-time decision. Yeah. You're okay with these guys being out for how long?
As long as they want. I mean, in particular, you just kind of outlined the next 2 games, Cleveland and Orlando, both becoming the Staples Center. They're not very good teams. They're both under 500. They're both 5-13 on the road. So you have to remember, it is no time to kind of suit these guys up. Lakers are up 4.5 games in the Western Conference. That's a pretty good cushion, Geet. We're almost at the halfway point of the season. It will happen next week. So, guys, take your time. And, of course, Frank Vogel has been saying that. They will play when they can. So no rush whatsoever. Tough game today in OKC for sure, but they get a little bit easier because then that 5-game road trip, you already mentioned Houston, Boston, and then at the end of that trip, Philly. So got to be healthy and safe, ready to go for that one.
Even though they were both in foul trouble last night against Dallas, the Laker bigs, Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, how important are they to this team, especially with LeBron and possibly AD out for a little bit longer?
Yeah, I mean, I love what they did yesterday. Okay, only 28 minutes combined for JaVale and Dwight. They definitely went small, the Lakers did, as Jared Dudley has so animatedly been saying. But they were 8 for 8. They combined for 19 points, really beat up that undersized Dallas front line. I don't know if they could be able to go much small ball today, they being the Lakers. Some really good defensive big men on OKC, Steven Adams, Nerlens Noel. So I think JaVale and Dwight will be getting a lot more time tonight. And you can't get more efficient than they were last night. Really proud of what those guys did.
Brez, we're throwing a little curveball.
Oh, yeah.
We've changed your third point. It's not about OKC.
No, it's
not. No one really cares. AD is officially out.
Yeah, so now what happens? You know, you just got that update in our ears, and it's not surprising at all. I mean, again, you know, he took a hard fall a couple games ago. It was good to see him shooting around. Got a little video of him right there, a little pregame workout. Got some shots up. So, like I was just saying 10 seconds ago, yeah, it's okay if he sits out another game, maybe even a couple games. Cleveland and Orlando, not really tough opponents, especially on the road. So this is good stuff for the Lakers. I don't mind this at all. This is going to be a tough game, even with a full slew of guys, because OKC's been playing pretty good. They started off 5-10. Everybody said, oh, this team's done. They got a ton of first-round picks for all the trades they did over the offseason. They've been pretty good lately, 17-6 since that bad start.
4-point play right there.
I kind of snuck
you were
into
going to get that in no matter what. You didn't care. You do not like when we put our own third play in there for you.
No,
good job. You did.
I try to be fluid with the situation.
You're a pro. That's Mike President, ladies and gentlemen. It was a 2+1. Straight ahead on Access Sportsnet Lakers. No one knew quite what to expect of Dwight Howard this season. Second night of a back-to-back in Oklahoma City. Bad news for the Lakers. LeBron is out tonight with flu-like symptoms. But there is the good news. Anthony Davis took the court and warmed up. He is a true game-time decision, so there's a chance he will play. Good to see him feeling better. Lakers going for their 8th straight win. The Thunder are a surprise team in the NBA, winning 11 of their last 13 games. Game time, and OKC set for 5 right here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Chris McGee, Hall of Famers, big game James Worthy, 7-time champion. Robert Ory, Brez is over there. Brez, Allie Clifton, you'll be hearing from her shortly. She is doing the sideline reporting in OKC. It's going to be an uphill battle trying to get that 8th straight win. LeBron is out with flu-like symptoms. Just the second game he's missing this season. Danny Green out with a sore right hip. First game he's missing this season. Anthony Davis, as we had mentioned, game-time decision with the gluteus maximus contusion.
Bruised butt.
And Avery Bradley is probable with flu-like symptoms. So the Lakers have had that next man up mentality, big game James, this entire season. But how difficult is it when you miss for sure LeBron and possibly both of your superstars in AD?
Yeah, someone has to step up. It has to be done collectively. And I think, Kuz is the guy who comes to mind right away. He's an automatic scorer, scorching hot from all over the court. Behind the three-point line, he can create his own shots. But I think more than that, they really bond together defensively, get steals, do a lot of things in those areas. The defense is where they're going to have to. So I think Caruso, Bradley, Pope, those are the guys that put pressures on the guards. But I think Caruso is a hot scorer, and he can get it done.
You know, for me, I'm looking at the way LeBron makes the people around him better. Those bigs benefit from him penetrating and all eyes being on him when he has the basketball. So I'm really worried about those guys. Are they able to step up? Are they able to create their own buckets without LeBron being on the floor? Not just the bigs, but you got guys like, you know, the Lils like Caruso, you know, Danny Green, who's out, but guys that are in that situation.